All right, guys, we're going to talk about something pretty interesting, and it's weird. It's a new trend, I guess a newer trend that's becoming wildly popular amongst married couples, and I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on this. Now, I'm going to open up and say everybody's relationship stuff is different. Everybody's into different things, so I guess you can't really kink shame when it comes to that type of stuff. But there's this thing I just watched a video on YouTube. It's called HOTWIFING, right? And for those that don't know what it is, it's pretty much how do I say this without getting the yellow dollar sign? You know how like some husbands like to watch their wives get like destroyed in the bedroom and stuff like that? Well, HOTWIFING is kind of like that, except the wife is basically allowed to go and sleep with whoever she wants, have relationships with whoever she wants, but the husband can't. The husband is like loyal to just her, sleeps with just her, and boom. And, you know, I realize, you know, so as I'm saying it, some people are definitely into that. But it's weird to me. It's weird to me. I mean, for me personally, I personally think it's a weird trend, just because I know me as a person, if I were to ever get involved in something like that, it has to go both ways. If you're able to do something, I got to be able to do something, because I don't know, it just seems really weird to me. And I think it just leaves a lot of open-ended things like, okay, like, not really unanswered, but it makes the relationship a bit more complicated, because there's a lot of things that I think people don't think about when getting into open relationships, which first off, I'd like to open up with, I am an advocate for open relationships. It's absolutely incredible if the communication is good and people have a genuine understanding of what's going on. First thing I want to just address is STDs, okay? If you're gonna be sleeping around with all these people and stuff, first off, I guess you kind of diminish the chances by you not doing it a lot yourself, but your partner's out here doing whatever with whoever. I'm assuming they're getting tested regularly. When I was at the peak of my activity, doing my thing, clapping cheeks, all that good stuff, I literally would get tested every 2 weeks just to make sure I was clean as a whistle, right? But some people kind of just let that slip. They're like, I just want to be able to do my own thing, and they forget the most important thing, which is keeping yourself healthy. You got to be healthy about it. You can't go around spreading stuff to the one person that's loyal to you. You know what I mean? So I think right there in itself, it gets pretty bad. Now, another element that I think people don't talk about enough when it comes to open relationships, especially in this particular situation, but almost all open relationships, normally what I see happening is a lot of the people who are involved in open relationships, they have a very good understanding of what their open relationship is. Like, they can go ahead and sleep with whoever they want, da-da-da. In this case of the whole HOTWIFING thing, the wife gets to sleep with whoever she wants. The husband just stays at home, is very, very loyal, only sleeps with her, da-da-da. However, and of course, he has a consensual agreement with his wife. Da-da-da. That's how it goes. But the third party, right, the people who are engaging with the woman who's in this, interesting relationship, they don't have a full understanding of what that is. And normally what happens, it's the third party that normally oversteps the boundaries of what is that open relationship. And I understand a lot of people are like, it's just simpler having a one-on-one relationship. And you're absolutely right. It is definitely simpler having a one-on-one relationship. If you want to go experiment, it's probably best to experiment together, so none of y'all get jealous and start digging and finding all kinds of wild stuff. But the big thing is the third party, right? There have been a lot of situations where there have been couples that have been in open relationships and stuff, and the people that they were engaging with in human relations and stuff like that had a different idea of what was going on. They're like, oh, you're eventually going to leave your husband. Oh, you're eventually going to leave your wife. Da 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 da. Obviously, that's never going to happen. In fact, both parties, the husband and the wife, they'd go home, they'd tell each other about the experiences they had, and they would, do their own thing with each other and stuff, and resume going back to doing what they were doing. But the third parties, a lot of times, are like, you know what? I want you to myself. I feel like I can provide for you. But they don't understand the dynamic of like people who want to be in open relationships and stuff like that want to be free of being restricted to one person. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the whole conversation in the direction of, do you think that monogamous relationships are safe in this day and age? Do you think that people nowadays are just as faithful as they were 50 years ago? Who knows how faithful people were 50 years ago, by the way? Because I feel like a lot of people shy away from getting married for several reasons. One of them being, and just being in relationships, right? Because one of them being, you know, obviously when you're in a relationship, traditionally, you're with that one person. You can't mess around with anybody else. And it's just a mutual thing between each other. It should feel natural. It honestly should feel like, you know, you found your person, you're stressed free, Obviously, you're going to get in arguments from time to time. But when it comes to bedroom activity, that's the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. And a lot of people can't really see themselves sharing that person with anybody else. So I find it very interesting because a lot of times what happens is eventually somewhere along the lines, very commonly, a lot of relationships end due to infidelity or, you know, finances or other arbitrary things. And I guess the whole point of open relationships is to eliminate the element of being jealous of the infidelity factor. So you kind of tackle the issue head on before it gets out of control. But I don't know. I thought about this. I mean, after watching the video is off of, what is it, Diffo's channel. He's a commentary YouTuber. And was talking about it. The video got recommended to me, and I'm like, hot wifing? What the heck? That sounds like some weird stuff, bro. I mean, it is weird. I know I'm not with that, but I would be more open to, like, you know, if it could go both ways, like, hey, I could do my thing, you can do your thing, and we have an understanding that it's just an open thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot more like understandable than it being one-sided. Because think about it. This entire time, I feel like in the guy's heart of hearts, right? If he's being honest with himself, probably doesn't really appreciate it. Probably is just a way to make sure that he can still have his wife, right, without her totally leaving for, you know, a life of just getting plowed, you know. And at the same time, too, on the flip side, it's a way for the wife to go and experiment and try all these different things while making sure that, you know, you have something stable waiting for you at home. And it's pretty interesting. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Figured I could make a random video on something more spicy, I guess. And I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts and feelings on something this interesting, because like I said, I have never heard of this term before, and it is definitely a growing trend. It's very much a growing trend. If you look it up, it's all over the place. And a lot of men are definitely partaking in that. Now, like I said, everybody's into different things, and I completely respect that. It's just this one was very off the wall. Okay, there's a lot of off the wall things that people are into, but good Lord, would you do this? I'm pretty sure most of y'all are saying no, but some of y'all might be saying yes. So leave a comment and let me know, fill your boy in. What's the weirdest trend in the human relations realm that you guys have seen that is a little bit just like, has you scratching your head a little bit? It's just weird, you know. It's just weird, not inappropriate, but just weird. Like, oh, some people like wearing socks over their head when they do it or something. I don't know. Weird stuff. Let me know in the comments down below, because clearly I don't know a whole lot about a lot, but I knew it was a big deal because this is a big trend that's going on in Germany too. When I looked this trend up, I'd say 6 of the websites that popped up with this article were from Germany. So, yeah. A lot of weird stuff going on. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you soon. Peace.